still there. You know, real quick, how do you guys feel about Wonder Man being canceled?
That's
I
not
really
cool.
like this show. And the fact that it got nominated for an Emmy, the fact that it was they greenlit a second season and then was like psych. Like I'm like, what? Okay. You're playing with my emotions right now. I feel like Smokey.
A lot of people's emotions.
Um and it was just a weird thing. And then like, I looked at the numbers
Mhm.
and they were like, not them, but like on the different numbers or like, in terms of viewership.
Mhm.
I believe because it was binged when it first dropped, a lot
Mm.
of people watched it, but then the second week there was a sharper drop. And I think
Mm.
because people watched it, enjoyed it, no one's going to necessarily go back right away. Whereas shows that came on weekly would have a huge spike and then it would kind of keep that up for a little bit.
Isn't that
And
Netflix's fault?
well, Disney Plus in this case, yeah, kind of.
They-
And but at the same time, I'm like, but you saw the spike. So don't you think there would be a spike if you have a season 2? And maybe people who missed it because they were afraid it wouldn't get a second season would actually go and watch the first season. Like Daredevil, for instance, didn't have a lot of viewers for one of its seasons. And I guess the argument there was that it already had what, 4 seasons or 3 seasons on Netflix already. Then it came to Disney Plus and had a decent season. And so the second one, even though it didn't do as well, it's like we can bank on people coming back at the very least because it's been around, right? But Wonder Man being a new thing, and I don't know the price to have these actors be in it, but viewership wise, the first week was really freaking good. So I'm like, this is an odd choice, like to be like, nah, we're gonna take that back because they had already started writing. You know what I mean?
I guess because I haven't gotten to watch it yet,
Mm.
and I have my Disney Plus, but whose decision? So it dropped. It was the full season dropped, right?
Correct.
That was it. So clearly, the same people in charge of this show were not in charge of X-Men. Like we're getting weekly. X-Men is weekly.
Mm.
Wonder Man was a drop. Yet they're somehow upset. This was their choice.
I guess they were looking for Stranger Things numbers. I just don't understand it. Like, it's not going to sustain week after week. You have all 8 episodes there. Like,
right?
Who's going to go back?
Netflix's issue. That was the whole thing with Netflix. I mean, Netflix is a really good what's the word example, because Netflix has that whole thing where it's like the top 10 things to watch, and then you
Right.
see how something comes out and it's number 1, and then a week later it ends up at number 2, and then a week later it ends up at number 4, and you can just continue to see it because everybody watched it already.
Right.
Okay. And so it's just a very, to the point where Netflix has a couple of shows that they don't just drop. Like, Love is Blind. Love is
Right.
Blind gives you 3 episodes each time. And mind you, everybody knows that the show is 2 years old. It was filmed 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I really don't.
Is just, and that's why people are so upset, because they're like, this is why when people we don't understand, we have no, and there's no explanations, nobody's saying anything, people are just like, so you just don't like black leads? What else are we supposed to believe?
I don't like to say that mainly because I know no one likes to. Disney's about money. They don't want to make a show and spend a lot of money on it, millions, and get no return. So I will say, in the terms of like, I can say that for if a show doesn't get picked up, like, hey, we have an idea for a good show, and you're like, nah, we don't want it. Totally understand that. But for a show that actually came out and is good, it's potentially could win an award, makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and then won an award.
Especially because award season, people come back. Like, this show is talked about, such and such gets an Emmy. People are gonna be like, oh, we got an Emmy. Oh, let me go check this out.
Watch that.
Exactly. Like, I want to go see it now. You know what I mean? Like, that's perfect promo. That's perfect advertisement for this show. You know, I just don't, I think it was a cost cutting situation.
Yeah.
I just feel like they did it so quick that how's the saying go? You cut your nose off to spite your face. Like I feel like it was just too quick. Like just give it a second season and see what happens.
Yeah, and see what
and
happens.
I don't have millions of dollars, so I understand it might sound ludicrous, but if we're getting Wile E. Coyote finally coming to theaters, you can give us another season of Wonder Man. I'm saying.
Look, we still mad. Well, I say we because I mean I'm not on an island. There's a whole bunch of us. We're on Reddit, but like we still mad that you only gave us one season of Vampire Lestat because, and then you have the actors come out. Yeah, and they're saying they're actually talking to people. And they're saying so we didn't have the money, and it's like. What, AMC? You had 400,000, 16 billion, 11 seasons of that zombie show.
The Walking Dead, yes.
You got 6 different iterations of it. Fear the Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. Daryl has his own show. Okay?
Just Daryl. Daryl and his friends.
Daryl and them.
Ray and them.
Rick and Michonne. I don't know what to call Rick and Michonne. You got all these, and then you got my favorite gay vampires. Okay, right? Just being. It is literally good. Okay, amazing! You broke one book into 2 seasons. Somehow you found the money for that, right? And then you went ham and said, "Hey, we're gonna go full on Vampire Lestat, full the F on," and then screwed all of us over emotionally. Okay, heart out of chest on the floor, been stabbed 16 different times, razor blades, chef's knives, Santoku knives. Okay, it's on the floor and bleeding. Okay, because it's not right. And you gave us 7 episodes and then said, "Moving on, next book." We're lucky. We're all sitting here saying we're blessed that we're getting to season 4. But y'all did that man dirty. Y'all did Sam dirty. You made him sing and dance and do all kinds of everything. This man was 16 different roles. The man had to go to the gym the man had to work out before filming. He had to go to work out, go to makeup, and then film. Because he's walking around without a shirt all the time. Okay? Like, literally this is a job. And then you said, so that was expensive. So we're only going to give you 7 episodes and then we're going to go to the next book.
I gotta see the books. I don't know. What are your thoughts on Wonder Man and Romeo? Did you get to see the show?
I have not gotten to see the show, but I agree with Tess. That's why it's so hard for individuals to get invested in TV series, especially from live services like Disney or Netflix, because we fall in love with the show, we fall in love with the characters, and then you only get 1 season. Oh, we don't want to renew this. Oh, this was kind of expensive. We didn't expect to be paying these voice actors or actors this much money. And then you have fans being like, well, I don't know if I want to watch your next series because you just canceled that last one. And I really love that. I really was invested in watching that, but you canceled it. But they know stuff like nothing to knock about Grey's Anatomy. They know Grey's Anatomy is going to be on. We can recommend Grey's Anatomy because they ain't never going nowhere. They're going to keep replacing the cast of that show and all the other shows. But when you have something special and people love it, it's kind of hard to recommend it because they're going to cancel it, man. It hurts.
It does.
But you're telling me about this show and I'm like, oh man, I kind of want to see it, but it's not getting another season. I don't know if I
don't want to hurt my feelings. I don't want to hurt my feelings. I don't want to be invested. I don't want to be like, oh, that looks so good. And then it's like, I did this to myself just recently when I watched Dark Crystal. Y'all, I'm still hurt.
Yeah.
I really am. My little Muppets.
And because I know we're coming up on an hour and we'll close this out. I think also it's short-sighted because they don't think about, I guess, potential merch. Like I look at like The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead sold so much merch. Yeah. Even when the seasons were down, they were selling a lot of stuff, like T-shirts, the freaking satchel that some of them wear. Like who needs a satchel? But people are buying it. You feel me? Like there's so many ways you can make this work that I'm like, I think you're being a little short-sighted. A cult classic can get you a lot of hits. It can. It really, really can. And that can bring in more people. If you have a loyal fan base, you have people losing their minds about it, you have people talking about it on social media. That's you and Ash talking about this show made people want to go watch the show. I had no intentions of ever turning this mess on, and now I'm like, it is on. I have added it to my queue. I haven't got to it yet, but I've added it to my queue because I'm like, all right, y'all talking like this. I gotta at least look at one episode. You feel me? If people are doing this online all the freaking time, I feel like they don't give stuff chance to breathe a little bit.
Nothing.
And word
Anywho,
of mouth does wonders.
exactly.